welcome on back to some Fortnite musings and I guess really at this point documentation and record keeping of the process that was to start a nonprofit and like stuff that I've been, dreaming up for years. Like you hear about I was reading somewhere about Eminem and like how I was reading his Wikipedia because I was trying to figure out who the other person on this album was with him because now I'm getting involved in like Eminem and an Eminem fan group. And this is totally relevant because he gave a shout out to Redman for Redman's new album and just that like people crossing because Eminem's not really East Coast or West Coast. He's generally more West Coast in like who he collaborates with, but he's from Detroit, which and I've got family from Michigan that I think they would be way stoked to meet Eminem and to have anything to do with the Lions. And so that's why I kind of got like, I felt like personally attacked when I saw that little pump chump do that short. And of course, it's for credibility. It's like bad publicity, but he got his face out there. And, his face is covered up with tattoos like he was a desk in the back of the class. And people like that either don't have enough self-respect or are willing to trade their self-respect for notoriety and credibility. It is a toss-up. So people with face tattoos, it depends. They do have instant notoriety and they pass a verification of a certain nature with people that have been in trouble with the law or have been to jail or prison. Like if you have a face tattoo, chances are people are going to be like, okay, this person has already shown a level of dedication to trying to prove themselves. Now you need to find out, like, a quick follow-up's going to be like, okay, now was it a good or bad, reasoning, one that I could get on board with, and judging from, his tactic to try to get popularity, no, he's going to get beat up, like, talking like that. Now, hopefully not shot. Like, I mean, violence is never good, and that's one of the biggest aims of this nonprofit, is it sounds ridiculous, but communal at its core is meant to end all petty crime. That's it, just end it. No more stealing, no more shorting people, no more dodging, like, like Redman had that skit, Fat Shirley or Fat Shelly, and like, on Muddy Waters too. See, we are talking about it a little bit. I feel bad because it's supposed to be a dedication tribute to all of it, but anyways, that skit, Fat Shelly, like, she's supposed to go get some bud, she's given some money, and she makes up some lame excuse like, oh, I don't even know what the excuse was, but it was not relevant at all to the situation at hand. And so she smoked his bud. And like the Fat Shirley, why are you doing that? So, it's just, I wasn't yelling at her. Like everybody in Fortnite is, except for Peter. No, Peter is even buff Peter. They're very physically fit in this game. And there's one thing I like, oh, dang it, there's a small pot. VR for, because it does, like, my kiddos do get a pretty good amount of exercise there. Plus we go out and like, the house we're moving into finally has a yard, so I'll be able to actually play catch with my son. And we've been doing a little inside, but we gotta be careful. We didn't mess anything up, thank goodness, but we did hit the wall a few times. So I was like, oh, careful. And which taught him restraint and resilience. And, just like my dad taught me before that, how to shoot a gun, you gotta be very cautious of your backdrop. Same with throwing a football in the house. You got to be very cautious of your backdrop. What happens if it goes wayward? Like, is it going to break a window or dishes or like some kind of glass, anything? Because everybody wants to play. Like, that's just human nature. You got to be active and get out. So, I don't know. And another big part of communal will be coaching. Like, it'll be taking people under their wing to provide guidance that may or may not be present in their home, particularly because of the war on drugs and all the conflicts and problems that it causes. Oh, so anyways, another main takeaway of this is last night I got to talk to Redman's sister. I think real sister. I don't know. Like, sometimes I think they say, like, yo, sis, like, to females, like, bro and sis, like, kind of like an addressing at that point. But I think this was actually his sister. Like, so the first thing, so I posted a very long comment, or actually, let's back up a little bit even further. So I joined this chat on XApp where they were advocating for decriminalization of cannabis. Now, and that's really important there because decriminalization is what I think President Trump is all about. But I don't think he's to the point of legalization because he still respects the sovereignty of states. And I totally agree with this. As much as I hate that Idaho and Kansas don't want to legalize it, I don't want to force them either. Like, we cannot become the same people, the same caliber of people that have given us so much bullish in the past. We can't. We just can't. Like, in honor of Martin Luther King, and yeah, I am about as white as you can get, but I still understand, like, the lengths that people went through. He died for what he believed, just to make sure that people are being shown respect at all times. Every people, all people. And again, back to Muddy Waters, very up. Wait. Oh, that was the wrong one. I'm sorry. Does that make up for it? There's gonna be more. Wait, is that? I think that was a person, maybe? Yeah, that's a person. Where are they shooting me at? Are you in there? Oh, oh, oh. There they are. So anyways, and of course Communal's going to start off with, I'm reaching out to the local library district. Oh, I like that skin. That's one of my daughter's favorite skins. It's got the bunny ears. So, and she's like got like an eye patch and she's all cyber warrior cool. But anyways, just like hackers, Angelina Jolie being one of the, I think she was a hacker. Maybe, I don't know, it might have been more chauvinistic. Never mind. But anyways, so there is a group on XApp. Let's go back to that. So this group on XApp is for the decriminalization, national decriminalization of cannabis. And Colorado has already been there, done that, like legalized. Wait. Yeah. Yeah, shoot him in the throat. This isn't a violent game. Okay. Okay. Hello. Alright. Actually, you know what? I don't even want to chase. I'm gonna take my car. Wait, is that someone else though? I'm gonna take my car and go get that loot. And then it's like a free-for-all down here with... Ah. Bink! Okay. Oh, was that a... Oh. I mean, the railgun is fun, don't get me wrong, but it's not really an endgame weapon for me. I don't use it very well. Oh, there's someone running. I don't think they were the same person, so... They're fair game. Oh, Boris! Oh, and I loved Boris back in GoldenEye. He was the Russian hacker, and you're supposed to hate him, but... You know, he was one of my role models. Like, Boris, but he was a little punk, too, at times. Like, he was a weasel. Like, he didn't really stand up for it. And that's just signs of a weak person in general. Like, you need to be able to stand up for a team, support a team, despite conflicting opinions and interests. Like, that's being able to work well on a team. And it goes the same with politics, which is... Oh, no! Ooh! Oh man, someone else is like... Like I said, free for all. And I need heals. And where did my Tesla go? Let's make another. I do like the Cybertruck. I think it's pretty cool. Like, I mean, people are gonna hate, but like, it's a cool car. Like, I don't know. I don't think it's really bulletproof, but I like to think that we're getting to a point where we're getting rid of bullets as a society. So, hopefully. Yeah, that is a very bold goal. But I think with marijuana and cannabis decriminalization, you will see much less crime, especially if you have programs like Make It Right, where it's a nonprofit arm of communal, or maybe a function of communal. And what it would do is I would hire volunteers that are graduates from a local rehab and community corrections in Fort Collins. Um, and then what they would do is they would facilitate the peacemaking of people, kind of like how the mafia. If you watch the Goodfellas, uh, man, I'm a sitting duck. I took way too long to do that. Oh wait, I mean, if they would have killed me, they would have killed me right now. I like this one. It's like a thumper. But anyways, so the idea is to get the workforce from graduates of a rehab facility. It's a 90-day intense residential program to where, you know, the shorter ones, yeah, they're okay. Like if you just need a brief checkup, like, hey, you're screwing up, and people need to understand the biggest, most important thing is they need to understand the difference between screwing up and breaking the law, because there are so many times that people broke the law all the time. Just touching weed, you're breaking the law. You touched an illegal substance, you know, it's like handling nuclear radioactive materials, basically. That's how it was. And, you know, that's how it still is in some places. So that's why, like, you know, people are a little upset at Idaho and Kansas for not, you know, getting on board with it. But you can't force them because, again, that's not how you do it. You got to do hearts and minds. And I was watching something about, and this might be a little controversial, but as far as the transgender versus LGB goes, I watched a video of some person that looked like they were on the floor of some government place or something. I don't know for sure. I don't know the specifics, but what he was talking about is the lesbian and gay movement, lesbian and homosexual movement, or just homosexual in general, because I think that's the term applicable to both, like situations: boy, boy, girl, girl, man, man, woman, woman, and of course consenting adults and blah 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 and all that. Like, you know, no kid stuff. I think. Oh man, what? What are you doing? Oh. Almost. So, anyways, and I gotta get ready to bug out here soon. But anyway, or wait, no, we're about only halfway through. So, I guess the point I wanted to make with this episode is that I talked to some people, and yeah, not just Redman's sister, but multiple people, and she's gonna be going to a cannabis convention in Denver in June. So I'll go to that. I think the tickets are free. I just gotta make it down to Denver, which is fine. That's only an hour away. And actually, and I'm moving to Loveland, so it's even closer. But for people trying to dox me and everything, I am finally putting trackers or organizing tracking for every one of my devices. Like I got a PlayStation, I got or a PS3, PS4, PS5, a VR. I plan on getting another VR. But the thing is I have homeowners insurance. But please don't. I mean, because that might hurt you. If I'm home and someone tries to break in, I will attack them. Like, I mean, I don't play that. And I'm pretty scary when I get angry. I'm not like Hulk smash angry, but I did pretty good in a fight against a person that I probably shouldn't have done so well against. They were much bigger than me. So, anyways, I hate that. It's like that verification. See, face tattoos. Maybe I should just get a face tattoo and people will know, well, oh, don't mess with this guy. But that pre-authorization, that pre-authentication, also, it's a double-edged sword. So you are passed through on the vibe check on certain people, but you're also put on a list of, hey, this dude might be sketchy. He might steal from me. Like, if he's willing to do that. And that's the thing. And, like, in gangbanging and pimping, like, because the Dolomite perspective, and this, you know, again, not Redman, it's Snoop Dogg, but it was a skit that Snoop Dogg did back in the day with his Top Dog No Limit CD. or album. I had CDs, and I'm still getting used to MP3s. But anyways, or WAV files or whatever. But because I downloaded Kid Capri's album for free, and he advertised it as free. Here's the download, and it goes to a Dropbox, and and I'll throw him some money like here soon, saying appreciation for, and I'll play it too, like because I think that's more what he's concerned about. Because I don't know, he says so in his songs. Like I wonder how many DJs are gonna play this, and I'm not no DJ. I used to be a DD, a designated driver, and a designated distributor. So. And don't worry, I've already been in trouble with the law with that, so it's like that double jeopardy thing. And I know because the fine was a $3,000 fine, and they said, "Oh, this isn't the first time you did it. That's why we do that." It's like like okay, $3,000? Like, you kidding me? I mean, well, it was a good deterrent, but it wasn't the deterrent that I needed at the time. It was like kicking someone while they're already down. It's like, okay, I lost my job. Like, oh wait, did I lose my job at that point? Because one time I had to call my boss from jail. Well, I called my family and I had them tell my boss that I was in jail. And he's just like, okay, I'll just let me know when he's back. And then I was back. And we ended up walking together at CSU's graduation because we were in a lot of the same classes for like IT. It was the Applied Computing Technology degree, but it was basically tailored for IT and system admins and stuff. And he was one of the few people that watched my streams when I was doing the Twitch. I don't know about getting back into Twitch per se. I might. I think I like, well, see, I don't know. I might do more YouTube streaming. I mean, Twitch is fun, but it's a lot of hype that I don't know if I can get into. But, like, what I do want to do it for is coding game streams, do some coding challenges online so people can learn, and then ask questions. And I'm learning, too. Like, I'm still just an entry-level to medium-level coder on coding game. I think I'm a level 11. And I started to fix that recently. Started to do more. But the stuff that I gotta do now are like the puzzles, and I already know how to do one of the puzzles in theory. I haven't actually done it, but I've got the pseudocode written in my mind. It's basically simulating a game of war with cards, and the mild child's version of war, where it's you each lay down a card. Whoever's card is higher. Okay. Whoever's card is higher wins that battle, and if the cards are the same, then they do an actual battle, and they lay down 3 cards face down, and then the 4th card is flipped face up, and then if that card, whoever's is higher, is whoever wins that particular battle. So, and then whoever wins the war is whoever has the most cards. Is that right? Yeah, whoever gets all the cards. Because eventually it'll come down to, and it goes on and on and on. Like, the games can last forever. Like, I was also teaching my son Go Fish the other night. It was so funny. He was just randomly asking me, he's like, hey, can you teach me Go Fish? I'm like, for sure, you're right. Absolutely. Let's do this. And so I love being a dad. Like, it's probably the best thing that's ever happened to me. And it also happened at a great time. I was still kind of like half screwing up, half like settled down. Like I was in school, still going to the bars a lot, and still hanging out, actually just going to the bars. I think that was like the only thing that if I would have just been like smoking instead of drinking at these bars, and still playing pool, still talking with other people, and hanging out. Actually, we're gonna take little buddy with us. Oh wait, yeah, let's give little buddy a spa day. There's one right there. Oh wait, it even tells me, it's like, hey, there's one right next to you. I love all the mechanics of this game. Between that, you can see the footsteps, like, oh man. All right, come on, little buddy. Spa day. Oh, and some of my favorite classes were art history classes where we studied, like, what people did back in the day, like way back in the day. And we're talking like the Aztecs, the Mayans, like, Central and Southern American stuff, and even like here in the United States, like the original Americans, before it was called America, the hipster American. No, I'm just kidding. I hate hipster. That idea. Someone called PBR hipster beer, and I got livid. I was like, what do you mean? What do you mean by that? Like, I'm not no hipster, like, because I generally saw them as lazy and kind of like smelly, and not really all that. I mean, not all of them, and I hate to say that because I do have some hipster friends, but back at that time, I was like, well, wait a minute. The people that are trying to say that they're cooler than other people, basically like putting people down, or you're cool because you did it before it was cool. I don't know. People are funny, and it's all people. Like, and that's the thing you got to remember in every situation. Like, if you're in jail, hey, they're all people too. Like, they're not some mystical beasts or animals. Like, they're people just like you. They're going through it, and you know, and you're going through it too. So as long as you settle that up real quick, then you're fine. So, and just show respect. Like, make it known. Like, oh, I didn't mean to do this. And then the best way to do that is just don't do it in the first place. Like, if you know it's going to cause problems, don't do it. Like, that's the easiest thing to do. And people learn that more with like siblings, and then and then more in a small town because there's more accountability. Like, if you do something stupid, the whole town's gonna know about it, potentially. And I was friends with the chief of police, so I had to be on my best behavior. Like, okay, sorry, I didn't want to drive around that much and go get him. So, anyways, and he knew me. He knew I was doing stupid things. But as long as it didn't cross over into hard drugs, specifically like meth. I mean, he knew that I was starting to get into some scarier things. And like then he started coming around more to my work and like just doing that whole like I got my eye on you, and it worked. Like I'd calm down and be like, all right, shoot. Like that's scary. Like that'll make you pucker up real quick. So because he'd come in like his full cop attire and everything, and he's like the boss cop. Like it doesn't get higher than that in that county, and and I'm cooking him breakfast. Like oh crud. So, anyways, and his son is now like is a cop, and like I'm friends with a few other cops that I don't really talk to him at all, but in Denver, in Aurora, actually that one I do talk to every now and then. But like and he talking to him during the whole Elijah McClain thing, like, and Colorado did a very responsible approach to it. We did a sit-in, not we. I wasn't part of it. I wish I was, but and I did have friends ask me like, "Hey, do you want to go march for this?" I was like, oh, "I do, but I've got kids," and like, well, they're like, "Oh, bring them," and I'm like, "Ah, have you seen how violent those things can get?" I like I like the cause, but I wouldn't put my kids in danger for the sake of the cause. Like. It just doesn't make sense. So I don't even like taking my kids to normal things, like, and not because of the risk thing, just because we like playing video games and keeping to ourselves. Like, we don't really have a lot of need for, all this other stuff. I mean, we do. Like, that's not right to say. Like, they're into a lot of sports and they do like school stuff, you know, clubs. Like, they're in clubs. I mean, tried for student council, didn't make it. I was in student council for a brief hot minute. Boy Scouts, or well, Cub Scouts. Once I got to Boy Scouts, it got kind of, not weird, but I just wanted to reclaim my time back. Like, I was like, okay, this was fun. I learned a lot. Now it's a bit too much. Now I want to go off and do other things, like more sports and video games. And video games are a great educator too. Like, and that was one of the other big things that they talked about during this, like, it's the United Empowerment Front. Actually, that's what I need to do after this episode. So I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna add links to all my videos, because that's what this whole project is doing. It's cybersecurity, preventative blue teaming, my entire YouTube channel. The whole purpose is to be like, hey, can we like fix some crime? Like fix it, not stop it, like not punish people, but fix crime to where like people don't commit the crime. They don't feel like they have to commit the crime. Hey, there's Eminem. Oh, someone else. Ping, 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 ping. I should have just used that to begin with. Oh well. So, yeah, it's the United Empowerment Party. It's a political party that kind of like crosses. And that's the other thing I noticed too, is there's a lot of people from all different demographics like supporting Trump. And, and honestly, like I want to support him too with a few things. Now, with a few other things, no. Like the fact that he's worth now like 7 billion is obscene to me. Like if he had earned that being a nice person, okay, but no, he earned it being a prick and like being divisive And I would tell him that to his face. Like, I wouldn't say it like happily and challengingly and disrespectfully. I would just say, you know what? I don't approve of your divisive politics. I don't approve of my own sides either. And I would quickly follow that up, be like, the Democrats were just as bad, if not worse. And that is true. Like, millions of dollars is what Donald Trump had to pay for all those court cases. And, and I don't condone harassing women. But again, that problem is better handled by preventative ways of just educating people. Hey, don't touch people without their consent. Even if you have a lot of money, don't do it. And the thing is it's not just the people, it's the people that are quiet about it and the smile and nod in the moment because they don't know what else to do. Like the women, when they're approached with this, it's like, okay, this guy just touched me and now I feel violated, disrespected. What do? You smile and then you remember and you get vengeance. Nothing ever good comes from vengeance. What needs to happen is direct accountability, like of either them or someone nearby. Be like, hey, which is hard because usually those happen in situations. Like I remember following the Gene Carroll stuff a little bit, and I think one of the situations where like they were alone in like a copy room, it did kind of like a Breaking Bad thing, only it wasn't consensual and initiated like a generally agreed upon. And even the Breaking Bad one, even though it was consensual, had a lot of bad consequences. So, like very bad. I mean, even people in the moment might not really be consent worthy. They might not be thinking clearly. They might be, and then that is the other thing too, is like if you're drunk and they're drunk, like that's such a fine line to walk. Like now, granted, there are Brock Turners out there that like actually raped someone behind a dumpster, and that happened because of alcohol. Not because of weed. If he was smoking bud, he'd probably be hanging out in some house with some fine ladies that are also smoking bud, and they're like, hey, I'm feeling frisky. Are you feeling frisky? Hey, yeah. We're not drunk out of our minds and like to the point where we can't make good decisions. Let's go be frisky. Done. Problem solved. Like, that's the undercover brother, like, methodology. So for anyone who hasn't seen that, I'm actually still on the CSU website for something I posted in one of my computer tech classes. It was for a web development class, and basically we were talking verification and authentication. And I posted a clip, and this was in the slideshow for the class slides. It's immortalized on the on the website. And anyways, my professors knew I was a total stoner. Like I'd show up to class like smelling like it sometimes, but it helped for my anxiety and like for me to be able to like be participating or to be able to participate in class, like to be able to raise my hand, to have the stones to be like, or the nerve to talk in front of like 100 people, 200 people, you know. And I took public speaking, like I took that in high school, still the college level class, and I want to support a lot of that for the future generations. Mm. Which is another arm. Think of actually communal's like an octopus. It's got like 8 arms going on. And basically another arm is education K through 12. I got one of my colleagues on it. She went through a hard time. I helped her out a little bit and like, you know, and I don't like to I even feel guilty mentioning it there because like there's part of that pride thing. Like we all need it. But the thing is like and I just needed it, and I had my mom help me out. See, that's the difference too. Let's go ahead and talk about that. This particular colleague didn't have parents that could just shell out a few $100. So same with another buddy. I mean, I helped the buddy. I mean, it was a lot less. I gave him $100 because his mom passed away. And I told him, I was like, you know, back when my dad passed away, the school rounded up some money. I think it's like 26 or $32, which was a lot for like kids our age. You know, like I was 15. You know, and in high school, especially if you didn't work or like, you know, so there was, anyways, probably from the same gals that worked in the office that were plugged into the know, and they looked after me. They knew I was drinking and going to school, and they'd like still like take me to the special needs class, and not even special needs, like the alternate learning, like, because it's used for all that, like, and I would go help out another buddy doing homework and like and trying to teach him stuff and like and being not sloppy drunk, but I was definitely drinking and smoking and probably something else. So, but either way, and it was fun. It was like really fun to like teach people, help people. It's a fun thing. So, but the thing is, and I learned very quick, is the embarrassing thing and the prideful issues come when there's disrespect shown. And so, and I don't do this on purpose. I am like a clown, like a jester. I should just own it. But actually, I've gotten out of a couple of fights that way by being a clown. But no, so I struggle with IT just as bad as anybody else. Like probably even more so actually, because I'm dealing with computer systems all day. That's what I do for my job, and that's what I also do. Um, is like, and I have so many tech issues. I have to Google so much stuff every day. I live on Google, and like, also, back when I had a period of mental unwellness. Oh, let's go show him one of these creatures. Hey, can I show you off? This is kind of weird, but yeah, I'm gonna pick you up. I'm gonna show you to this creature guy. Oh, oh, I got a thing. And wait, and he's happy. What is this thing? The Solunar key. Ow, 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 ow. Oh. Well, I mean, I'm doing it. Where did... I left a car there. Let's go ahead and... Yes, okay. Where is it? There... Is that it? No. Ah, dang it. Is this it? This might be it. Okay, let's go heal up. Oh, shoot. We're gonna die. We're at least gonna open it. Oh, wait, we might not die. We're gonna open these chests, get them points. We're gonna crack a safe. We have 5 of these things. I think we'll be okay. Oops. Oh, the key burned up. Okay. Oh, actually, take this so we can run fast in the storm. And we'll also get a challenge for taking so much storm damage. Oh, man. So yeah, so I gotta talk to the library. I got to put the link in my videos. Oh yeah, today's gonna be a good day. And I mean, never mind, I'm also doing something really big at work that I will talk about in the future. Not for now. I mean, I gotta take it easy because I really don't know if any of this is gonna bring back trouble. So I mean, cannabis activism is dangerous. It is, because it could ruin your career. It could, you know, make people get angry at you. I have to worry about it because I have family members that hate weed, absolutely hate it, and they hate me for using it. It is the biggest thing. It would be easier if I was gay, if I was transgender, like if I was, you know, Swedish. They would be okay with that. I'm just kidding. I'm trying to think of like one of the least offensive things to be, and I used to always just like rip on Swedes, like, yeah, those damn dirty Swedes, like, you know, oh, those, you know, at least you're not a dirty Swede. And then people would look at me all confused, like, what did they do to you? Like, how did they hurt you? And so, and I'd just be like, no, I'm just kidding. Like, they haven't done anything. Probably never will do anything. I'm just kidding. Maybe now they will if I disrespect them like that, but no. So anyways, I've got big things going on, potentially worth like tens of thousands of dollars, and with this nonprofit, see, that's the thing, I got to do it right though, and I have to file the proper paperwork for the nonprofit to become a nonprofit. And just because of connections that I've made, there are a lot of people, wealthy donors out there, that would put money towards causes like helping to serve at-risk youth or teaching computer science and coding to kids in detention. Like, that's my biggest, like, one of my biggest goals is like, or the kids that grew up and they, you know, went to rehab, like adult detention, jail and stuff. Like, I know a lot of people that have been through that. And, you know, I know it's starting to get pretty big, actually. I know a lot of people that have died that I've met through that. So, like, one recently, I just found out my buddy Jeff, like, who was actually going to try to give me a job. We went to the same gym. And He's dead. I don't know what happened, but I think I got a pretty good guess, unfortunately. I want, like... I'm gonna have to give up this one. So that guy was driving around there. I'm gonna go to the news circle. And this will be good probably. It's probably around 30, maybe even getting to 40. Oh, and I got to go back and I got a mystery video that I might not have uploaded for the Redman tribute. So that's just part of having a YouTube channel. You got to go through, see like what you forgot, make sure everything has a good description. Ooh. Where's the other guy? Just trying to change. Oh. Let the other two fight it out. Especially since I don't have any heals anymore. Where is the other person? Shoot. Ah, okay. Well, fair enough. It's time for me to get to work anyway, so ta-ta for now. I'll see you in the next one. Just, yeah. Oh, okay. I like that. They just sniped him after they killed me, so good job, lady. With it. It's almost like the Godzilla blast. Alright, anyways, as adorable as that is. Alright, so ta-ta for now. I'll see you in the next one, and I will try to update those links and stuff. So have a great day, everybody. I will see you later.